For our devotion tonight, I'm going to ask Carson to come. Because he was more spiritual than I this afternoon. I got in the recliner and I pulled the lever back and I began to relax. But Carson, being spiritual, went to the computer and said, "Papaw, I got a story that I've written." So here's our devotion from the night from Carson.
One good plan. One day the Lord was planning on figuring out a way he could come to earth. Finally, he figured it out. He would send an angel to a woman named Mary. The angel's name was Gabriel. Gabriel came to Mary one evening and told Mary that she was going to have a baby, and she was to name him Jesus. Later, God told Gabriel to go to a man named Joseph, and Gabriel did. In Joseph's dream that night, God told him that he would be a husband and would have a baby with a woman named Mary. About 2 days later, the king in Bethlehem issued everybody to come and pay their taxes. On their way to pay taxes, Mary felt like she was going to have her baby. Finally, when they got to Bethlehem, they looked for an inn, but all of them were full. But one innkeeper was offering his stable, and Mary and Joseph took the stable. When they were in the stable, Mary had her baby. Far in the east, there was 3 wise men. They were interested in the star, so they followed it. This magnificent star led them to the great Jesus. The 3 wise men gave Jesus myrrh, frankincense, and gold. Later in the night, outside the town, were shepherds. Suddenly, the shepherds were awoken by angels. The angel said, "In the town of Bethlehem, a Savior was born." Then the angels started to rejoice and praise the Lord. The shepherds ran as hard as they could. Finally, they reached the stable. They rejoiced and sang. Thank you.
Do you realize that we don't know that that could have been the beginning of the first sermon that he'll ever preach? We don't understand how God does things. And he'll never forget this moment. He stood before you at Christmas and shared with you the story about Jesus. We haven't lost all of our kids. There's still those that think upon Christ, think upon the Savior. And for that, I am so grateful.